TMZ just reported that the Chicago police are convening a grand jury regarding Jussie Smollett. So he is going to be indicted. Now, there's that legendary lawyer joke you can indict a ham sandwich or something like that. So it's pretty easy to get an indictment. And I just wonder what they're going to ultimately charge him with. Obviously, reporting a false police report. They're probably going to get him with impeding an investigation, perhaps witness tampering, lying to the police. It's one of those things like every time you get arrested and charged with a crime, you're charged with like 80,000 things that you never even heard of. So probably all of that. But it is going to be some sort of justice. Now, he is still, by the way, technically on the run because they want him to come down to talk to them again, and he just refuses to do it. He's hired a consulting, like those people that help your brand, like a crisis consultant firm, and that ain't good because he's about to be freaking charged with crimes. Ah, Jesus, this story is still funny. I still can't wait to figure out what's ultimately going to happen now. So he's still technically on the run. He won't come down and talk to them, so they're probably like, all right, we'll just convene a grand jury and we'll indict him. Then maybe he'll come talk to us. They got witnesses, those two Nigerian dudes are witnesses, so they got witnesses. And like I've mentioned before, I saw a guy on CNN a couple days ago say they're going to make what the hell's that word? And an example out of him. He's going to be what he did by bringing race, homophobia, blaming the president, and he's a celebrity. They're going to make an example out of him. So he better expect to do some prison time, by the way. And he wasted mad resources. And now this isn't like I bet you most of the false reporting is just from nobody. Since he's a celebrity, do you know how much money the Chicago police had to invest? Do you think if he was just some normal guy, they had to like get in touch with people from Nigeria and tell them come back or you'll never be allowed to come back and stuff. So, I mean, his story was too fantastical. He screwed up big time. His career is over. I mean, now, like I said, does the conspiracy go higher though? Does when he gets indicted and they finally get to talk to him and they're offering him plea deals, does he say, "Oh, Lee Daniels knew about it," or someone told me to do this at Fox? And if that happens, does Fox get to him and be like, "Yeah, yeah, we'll pay you some money and just keep your mouth shut. Don't be throwing us under the bus." Yeah, this dude's gonna get locked up soon. I'm of the belief, not fully, but I do believe there might be more people involved in this other than him and the two Nigerians. I do think, like, definitely his manager, probably. What was he thinking? The problem is he thought everyone was just gonna believe him, that he was just going to not hand over his phone. But I'm ultimately more interested now in that letter, though. That letter that got sent to Fox Studios 8 days before. Did he? So he wrote that letter and sent. That's why I'm ultimately of the belief that it is a more grander conspiracy because nobody heard about this letter until after the attack. One would think if that letter was sent to people at Fox, that they would tell the news that when it was sent a week before the attack. And that would be news itself. A disturbing letter. Like every serial killer has done in every movie was sent to Empire actor Jussie Smollett calling hating his race and him being gay. Like that would have been news enough. But we didn't find out about the letter that Fox had it until after the attack. So, I mean, Very bizarre situation. This man looks like a fool. I love, you know, what's another element of fake news? When people don't talk about something. Where's all the people who are on TV, like on The View and the rip-off View show to talk? Yeah. You were trying to say, how dare any of us question him? You look stupid now, don't you? But, I mean, I don't want to crap on him too hard. I mean, I get it because it's one of those things like you want to believe. The problem is people had a natural skepticism because the story was too crazy. Like I've said this before, but I'll say it again. And it's insane. I'm actually going to give the mainstream fake news lying media a little bit of credit. Even they had their reservations about this story. Like this lady on CNN, while talking about it yesterday, said behind the scenes, even our bosses were like, "Let's pump the brakes on this Jussie Smollett thing," because even they knew it was fishy. If they if they really believed this was as credible as a credible story, there would have been wall to wall coverage of this. Remember when this news finally came out? I mean, it was really only covered for like a day, and not covered that much that day, like because the story was too fantastical, and people were like, "Well, there's cameras, so we'll see some footage." Then no footage came, and so I think even the give the media a little bit of credit, they weren't fully screw Trump. See, this happened in Trump's America. Like they were a little hesitant, although they still did mostly believe him. But even now, you know, it's bad when I see MSNBC talking about your lying ass, dude. And now you got they're convening the grand jury. You will be indicted. He's got Michael Cohen's lawyer. He reached out to this Democratic agency that tries to clean up your image. I don't know what's there to clean up, dude. It's obvious. You just worry about what the plea deal you're going to take is. And obviously, you're a whack job. Go rewatch that ABC interview. Like that lady on CNN even said that too, because they replayed a clip from that Robin Wright interview. And she's like, "Ooh, that's hard to watch now." this this dude is a nut job. Well, I want Roland Martin to do a video. Him and all those fake ass woke black people on his stupid channel. There was one guy on his channel when the Jesse Smollett got attacked thing first broke that was like, this maybe we should wait for some more evidence. And they were all like, there was no video of Emmett Till. How dare you question his story? And where are you dummies at now? Yeah, just ignore it, I guess, huh? But a full on just ignoring of the situation. But so I, I bet you the main reason why the two Nigerian dudes they're gonna testify against him. By the way, they flipped because they were probably gonna be charged with a crime because the police were probably like, "All right, look, either you tell us what happened, we're starting to think it's a hoax, or you were the two guys in the video, and we're just gonna charge you with beating up a gay dude." And they were like, look, police officer, we Nigerian. We don't do that in my country. We love the mother lion." Just somewhere in the background, friggin' Lion King music is playing. I bet you as tortured, they just started playing Hakuna Matata in their cells while they were waiting. But, yeah, they were probably, and since they're immigrants, they're probably like, look, we'll throw you in jail, then we'll deport you back so you can ride a giraffe in Africa. And they were like, no, don't worry, sir. It was all a setup. He paid us. So they flipped on him. The only question is if it does go higher, like Lee Daniels and they were involved, does Jesse Smollett flip on those individuals or do they pay him off? I heard some people say, why would Lee Daniels do this? Why the hell would he do it? Why people do what they do is beyond me. But I'm telling you, that letter being sent 8 days before the attack put to my mind, and what Joe Budden said that in these companies, these Hollywood people, they get together and create scenarios. But anyway, he's going to be indicted, so that should be interesting. Oh, when they finally put him, he goes, would he go to trial? He might go to trial. He might be that insane. Oh my God, could you imagine that trial? This nut job on the stand. But yeah, so a grand jury will be convening and he will get indicted.